Hi, I'm Matt from Empty Spiral, and I'm here with Cristina and Andrea from Lacuna Coil.
Hey.
I'm here asking questions about Lacuna Coil, Ozzfest, and pretty much everything else. So let's kick it off. How's the festival?
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. We're having excellent reactions from the different crowds, and beside that, we're doing a lot of promotion for Karma Code. We're hanging out with the bands that are on the main stage, basically on the main stage. We're getting along very good with everybody, so it's a great experience. One more time.
It's like big promotion, of course, and also a great chance to meet other bands that you only heard about, and it's a fun time, basically. Yeah, it's almost done actually. We still have a couple of weeks. So.
You played a number of songs from your new album, Karma Code. How have they been received by the crowds?
They've been received pretty good. I mean, we played a couple of songs even before the album was released. We played Fragile and what was To the Age?
No, Our Truth.
Our Truth. And people liked them already. But now that we're playing more new songs like Fragments of Faith, like the cover of Enjoy the Silence, everybody seems really much into it. And it seems that everybody's enjoying the new songs.
Yeah, maybe in the beginning, for some people of the old school, like Lacuna Coil fans, was more difficult to accept a little bit of a new sound we have. But I think so far everybody jumped on the new album. Maybe they need more than one listen to get into it, because it's a little slightly different than what we've done before. But I think it's pretty positive. Yeah.
Speaking of the new sound, you've managed to combine US, European, and Mediterranean sounds into the music. Was this always your intention with the album, or did it just come about during the recording?
In a way, it was our intention because, of course, during the songwriting, we were noticing that there were things that we liked better than the others. But in another way, it's been spontaneous, and it just happened just because there are 4 years in between Common Lies and Karma Code, and we've been spending a lot of times in the US as well, touring constantly, listen to American music. So it was absolutely normal for us to achieve something from that and to find something that we liked from the European, the American territory, to combine with the European sound we already liked.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's something that you don't really realize when you're writing the album. You don't see like, oh, this album has to go this direction or that direction. Something that comes spontaneous, and you realize how many influences you've got from the years. And this time I think you can really feel more diverse influences because of a lot of touring we have done. So you have so many different elements now, basically.
I can keep it.
Okay. Do you have any favourites on the album?
Not a favorite one, because every song has a specific mood, every song has a specific story by itself. So I have different favorite songs. I would say that probably for the first time I like every single song of the album.
Yeah, of course there are some maybe that we play live, that they got a different feeling, that it works very well for the live shows, like Fragile or To the Edge or What I See. And those are maybe the favorites to play live, not maybe to listen to the album. I like Invisible Light or Within Me or other songs. I like the variety of the song, especially.
Next question.
Okay, back to Ozzfest. You played on the second stage in 2004, and now in 2006 you're gracing the main stage. How different is it? Stage?
Well, the main difference is that now we are more popular compared to 2004, so there is a lot of more people coming to see us that knows the band already, even if we're still winning over new fans, because there's people coming for Disturbed, the System of a Down, or Hatebreed that didn't know the band. The other big difference is that the atmosphere is completely different, because the main stage is not as rock and roll as the second one, because in the second one there are no chairs in front of the stage, so people is free to mosh, is free to stage dive, is free to go nuts. And this is not exactly the same feeling you get from the main stage, which is basically like a big theater and people is sitting in front of you.
Yeah. Only today that we play New York, it was the only show where main stage was people standing up and not sitting on chairs, so it's been pretty more similar to the second stage vibe than what it is usually when you have all these people waiting to be impressed on the chairs, you know. So it's good, but I think you learn more maybe playing the main stage, because you learn to win over a crowd from the headliners. But it's also more difficult because you have to really push a lot of energy to let them move or to let them enjoy the music. So.
Okay. Any crazy stories to tell from this year?
Yeah, I would say especially a couple of days that have been pretty crazy. Not specifically about Ozzfest, because it was basically time out of Ozzfest. We spent it was Denver.
Denver, yes.
It was Denver. We spent the night first in like a little club in Denver. Chicago, whatever. We spent part of the night in a little pub, and then we moved the party at the house of the guitar player of Disturbed, Dan, who invited us at his place, with his wife and the guys from Avenged Sevenfold. So we had a good time. We were pretty wasted at the end of the night, but it was so funny. And then we came back on the bus. We thought the party was over, and it was already like almost 6 in the morning. And some of the guys of Avenged Sevenfold just caught us again and brought us on their bus, and we danced for another hour and a half. It was pretty funny. And
yeah, mostly parties. Like we did some parties on the day offs. We've been in Toronto on a Hatebreed DJ set, and they had a big party on the bar. Then we've been like yesterday at the Snitch here in New York, which is a club owned by Slash and Scott Weiland, with a crazy party with the Ozzfest people as well. So it's mostly the day offs are always big parties because of all this band. They all want to party hard, and it's cool.
Talk about the partying. From the crowd's point of view, who's had the most energy? What crowd would you say that the different places you've been?
Because most of the times I can't connect the audience to the place. That's why it's difficult, because all the places are looking exactly the same.
I mean, we had all sort of shows. We had very energetic shows, average shows, so-and-so shows. So it really depends from day to day. I can't really say only one good show or only one bad show. I mean, there are mostly the average has been pretty positive all the time. The worst is just when people doesn't really know you, so they really listen to the music and then they participate. They don't go crazy on the song. So when you come in from a big festival in Europe where people know much more our name and they go crazy, so it's more tough to go back to let somebody be aware of you. But in general, it's very positive, so we don't have any negative experience.
How did you celebrate Italy winning the World Cup?
We feel awesome. We feel champions. We were in San Diego when the final happened, and we were really nervous about it. We postponed every signing session. We had 2 signing sessions every day. We skipped everything, all the interviews, because we absolutely wanted to watch the final. And we were so happy. We went on stage just for that day wearing jerseys, Italy jersey, and flags. We had a couple of flags on stage, and we were really happy. And it was so cool to see the crowd interacting with us and not looking at us like dorks. I mean, they were really happy for us, and for them, the kids, the Italians, champions.
It's been as crazy as possible when you are on tour. I mean, we did walk around with the golf cart and with the flag screaming, and people was looking at us, what's going on? And then they realized that Italy won, because it happened in the morning here. So it was a big surprise for everybody, but it was a big party, so it was cool. Even if in Italy probably it was much more crazy about it.
And there was other people on the bus with us, some Italian related. There was the guitar player of Dragon Force, which is French. So it's been funny.
You've released Without a Reason and Virtual Environment from your singles, with your singles Our Truth and Enjoy the Silence, and they've certainly been very well received. What made you leave them off of Karma Code?
Probably the fact that they are more similar to our older material. So those 2 songs are probably the most close to what we had in the past. So we decided not to don't use them, but to use them as a special thing, because it was like a special present for somebody who's more maybe affected to the old sound of Lacuna Coil.